you've got to ride, you've got to ride, you've got to keep on riding. For Liverpool, we already know what the plan is, we know what the aim is. It's about to win this Premier League title, win this EPL title, to pretty much finish what they started. And I think for Klopp, maybe it's, Groundhog Day. Champions League final, they went back, they won the Champions League. They were ahead in the Premier League, they should have won it, they didn't win it, they're going to come back and finish that unfinished business. But this is a very important game for Liverpool, because it was a huge beating Man City, but there's no point in beating Man City and then dropping points here. So this is a very key game. Remember, Crystal Palace were one of the few sides who are beating Liverpool at the Field of Anne. But this is not the Field of Anne, this is at the Palace. And Crystal Palace, who started the season off very well, have been a little bit shady, and they're now right down in the bottom half of the table. But Liverpool cannot even think about where they are in the table, whether they are favourites or not. What the key thing now, what Klopp wants is that these guys know how to win, not playing well. But I think what Klopp wants is that I want this team to get into a game. I want this team to start blowing teams to a pattern to pieces. So I want there to be a where we are lubricating guys, where we are fallopian tubing guys, and totally clinic guys. Made that up, So I do feel like Liverpool are definitely the favourites here, but all because they're the favourites doesn't mean that they necessarily win. And all because they are the favourites doesn't mean they should underestimate a side who, if Zaha is fit, because he's unlikely, he's about 50-50. If Zaha is fit, he could cause some serious issues, because Palace without Zaha are bricks, Palace with Zaha are problematic. So this is just how I think Liverpool might look, and how they may set up against Palace, and how they should execute their plan to really be much more fruitful and much more effective and much more entertaining against Crystal Palace. All right, so Liverpool, man. So, it's always pretty much obvious how Liverpool are going to ride, as you can see here. But I think there's just a few little things that I think that they can do differently, especially playing from away at the crib. And it pretty much comes from, obviously, the midfield and the attack, but specifically within the midfield, which is always a point of contention. As you all know, like the back foot obviously speaks for itself. You have your boy Robertson, Trent. I believe Matip is back. So if that's not Matip, that of course will be a Gomez. Although Lovren has been alright. Lovren was decent against Man City. But I think this is away from home. It's risky to pull Lovren up in that piece, man, because it's a bit sketchy. And obviously Alisson in Wonderland holding it down. So it's the midfield here. You see, I think, what Liverpool don't want to do is where they lose their way. And I think sometimes they lose their way where Henderson and Ronaldo, they lose control over the game. Because I think Fabinho is money, but Fabinho cannot hold the midfield down by himself. He needs his partners in crime to say what's up. So he needs both Ronaldo and Henderson also holding down the midfield, because times where, let's say, Liverpool are losing control of the game, they're not really in the game, it's because Wijnaldum is out here, Henderson out there, and El Dio and Salah are not really getting any connectivity from these two. So where Liverpool are at their best is where both Wijnaldum, Henderson and Fabinho are working well together, and they're well in tandem. And what you're seeing are runs from Henderson in here. Key things where Henderson, Wijnaldum are pressing really, really tough. They're winning the ball, they're driving through, and they're bringing in El Dio into the game. They're bringing Salah into the game, because where Liverpool are very dangerous is where Salah and El Dio are in isolated positions. If they're in isolated positions and they're one-on-one with their man, you know that they're very, very dangerous. So what Palace don't want is the supply to get here. If Salah gets the ball here, you know that he is going to size it up and do his Aaron Robin move and aim for goal. If El Dio is here, you don't know what the hell he's going to do. He can either go out wide, cross the ball, go use Firmino as a decoy or as a shield, and then run into the box, or go out wide, produce a shot. So, and that's what Liverpool want to do. Liverpool want to get El Dio and Salah in so dangerous positions. They want to get the ball to Firmino 2 feet, so he can bring in a Salah and bring in El Dio. But that can only happen if Wijnaldum and Henderson are switched on. I believe what Roy Hodgson is going to instruct his Palace guys to do is to take Wijnaldum and Henderson out of the game, and this is what they want. Palace, what they want is to form a shield here. So it is difficult for Wijnaldum and Henderson to get the ball to El Dio. So all they're doing are just doing sideways passes and they are blocking LDO off and they're forcing them back, and where LDO and Salah have to get the ball. Liverpool don't want that. What they want is to keep pushing. Of course, this being a game away from the crib, they're not going to have the same kind of dominance they do at Anfield. That's not what Klopp wants. What Klopp wants is just to get the result. And the point of getting the results is obviously keeping the structure very, very tight, keeping things tight. But when they have the ball, is to be effective with the ball, to be constructive with the ball. And the key thing is to look alive. Do not fall asleep. Don't let the game get away from you, and just focus on the full fundamentals and the basics that they do. And I think if Liverpool are able to do that and focus that, they're going to win the game. So it is very key and vital for Henderson to ride through. But what I think Liverpool may want is Wijnaldum is superb as a number 10 for Holland. And it's not saying that he should play as a number 10, because this obviously works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I do feel that Klopp should be giving Wijnaldum more license to actually go forward and to really bring the ball forward and drive through and be another attacking element. Because I'll keep it real with you, Henderson has been money. But if it's between Wijnaldum or Henderson in this number 10 position, or inside the 18-yard box, driving through the 18-yard box, I say Wijnaldum much more. I think Wijnaldum is a much more technically proficient player from Henderson. So I think if Liverpool get that midfield balance right, looking alive, I think they should get that derby. So, look, as I said again, LDO, you've got to look at the LDO and what the guy does. He's having an absolutely amazing season. And I think that LDO has his mind frame that I want to win this trophy. I gave Liverpool the Champions League, and I want to give them the Premier League. And he is by any means necessary, to quote your boy Steve Rogers, aka Captain America, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes, I'm going to try and win this for these guys. And I think, based on just how effective he's been, scoring key goals, making key plays, putting himself in key positions to try and get Liverpool that G or Liverpool that W, he's going to have to be a man to watch. And I think if Palace, you don't watch him and don't have a plan to negate and to nullify his influence upon the game, they're going to get beat. They're going to get their ass beat. So it's as simple as that. You have to also look at Fabinho. I mean, Fabinho has been exceptional. He was that dude of the game against Man City, and I think he is pretty much solidifying himself as the best player in his position. I say it's between him and your boy Casemiro, although your boy Partey is saying what's of Atletico Madrid. But I still think that he's been absolutely amazing, and I think Klopp has taken his game from Monaco to the very next level. And how he, especially because this game is away from home, and because it's away from home, there is more onus on the midfield to work even harder and be far more productive, and to protect the ball a lot more and to use the ball a lot better. And the key to Liverpool really trying to control the game and having some dominance of the game comes from Fabinho and his work both defensively but also midfield as well, supplying, being a deep lying playmaker, using the ball, keeping the ball, and giving Liverpool that air of superiority in this game against Palace. So he's going to be flipping huge. Robertson, he's also a slight doubtful for the game, but Robertson is going to be very important. I think you can argue that he's definitely one of the best wing backs in the world with regards to his defensive work, his efforts, his workmanlike nature, and his superb crossing on the ball. I mean, that's distribution. I mean, he literally breastfed Salah. That's G that he's got against it. That was total 100% breastfeeding, like you're a damn baby again. So Robertson is going to be very important with regards to how he gets to the byline, if he can get to the byline. Because if Robertson can get to that byline and can get his left foot, then he can say what's up. He can 100% say what's up. So Robertson is definitely going to be another very key player with regards to the chances that Liverpool creates. And boom, you've got to say for Van Dijk, man. Especially in games away from the crib. Games away from the crib, defenders are very, very important, because they're the ones that have to marshal and keep guys away. Because whenever you're playing away from the crib, you have to plan for that period in time, whether it's 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 15 minutes, that block of time where that home side are going to put you under pressure. When that home side puts you under pressure, it's very important that your defender is talking to his three cohorts, but also as well, he's reading the game, he's intercepting, and he's always being calm. So look, chill, let's just relax, let's just focus on what we have to do. Offside trap, everybody mark your men. This is when we go zonal, this is when we go man to man, this is when we ride. So Van Dijk again is going to be key. So For me, I think for Liverpool, they know that they're going to win this game. And I think for Palace, they know that Liverpool will have that slight pressure upon them because they know that, not that they're close, but they're in a great position now. And every W counts. So for Palace, they're going to be very dangerous. And I think for Palace, without Zaha, I don't know how they win this game. I'll kill people with it. Without Zaha, I don't really know how they get any check. Because even Palace fans have told me, without Zaha, guys are relegation candidates. But with Zaha, they know that with that attacking outlet and with the speed of what he does, he can cause Liverpool issues. But for Liverpool, I think, it's going to be very important that they can get an LEG. If they get an LEG, I think it settles the net and it puts them in a great position to now get the second G. They can't just settle on a 1-0. If they get that first G, they can look for the second, look for the third. So the earlier they can put this away, the better. But as I'm looking at this game right now, I'm looking at this very, very carefully. I'm dilly-dallying, everything like that. This is looking like a 1-1. It's looking like a 1-1, Shout out to your boys out there. Shout out to boy Josh Bourne. Shout out to boy Morky Mo. Shout out to boy Liverpool for everybody. Shout out to my Liverpool fan out there, You got to get them. I'm just be real, but this is just me, the football analyst, talking, And I see Liverpool dropping points. I don't see them losing the game. They will lose, but they're not going to lose now. I think they will lose maybe like in a month or a few months' time. And they ain't going through this whole season invincible. Whether they win the Premier League, we don't know. We'll just see. But I see Liverpool being the better team. I see Liverpool scoring first. But I just don't think... I think they'll have several chances, won't put it away, and I see Palace getting a late set-piece G. Like against Real play, a late set-piece G. Liverpool try to react, they don't have enough time, and I think it ends at 1-1, which gives Chelsea and City a sniffle. It gives them a sniffle. So that's just how I feel. But if Liverpool can get the dub, if Liverpool can get that dub, it is gonna put some other pressure on a boy. It's gonna put a little pressure on my Spanish bald amigo. So that's where we are right now with that. So remember, guys, like the vid, share the vid. If you're new, remember to subscribe to the Daily Football Analytical channel and to support your boy, become a Patreon. Link is in the description box below, and follow your boy on Twitter. Peace out, stay true. Watch my post-match analysis straight out of the game. Stay black. It's your boy HH. Yeah, it's me. Become a Patreon. Support your boy HH, man, and gain access to extra flipping content. More analysis, more tactical snacks, more exclusive videos, movies, football stuff, flipping anime stuff, anything that comes to my mind, as well as my blog. Click on the description box below, click the link on the Patreon page, and become a Patreon right now. Stay real.